Alright, hello everyone, welcome back to Speed 17 Cup 2025, and we're now back with this one block of match. It is going to be United Kingdom versus Denmark. A bit of on the lower seeded side to witness this match unfold. Still, I'm Viva and I'll be commentating alongside Toad. Danny, how's it going?
It is going great. I'm really excited to see this. This is a loser's bracket match, so the loser of this match will be eliminated from the tournament. But looking at the scores that we've seen from both qualifiers and from the previous rounds, these two teams are extremely well matched. Their scores have been pretty much neck and neck for the whole time. So I'm expecting a very interesting match to come about here.
Yeah, absolutely. I feel like this matchup in particular, like we've seen like in the last week that United Kingdom struggled to take a point against. I believe it was like a Hong Kong matchup, and having their scores being looked upon for United Kingdom is actually fairly good for like a round of 32, and having a round of 16 being the pool being different and because of a difficulty jump from 32 to round of 16. I would say this would be interesting to look at because against Denmark, and Denmark is actually no slouch at either for this on the I guess earlier or mid games stuff. You know, it's probably evenly matched up that like you said earlier.
Yeah, it's going to be interesting to see the strategies. So far, we already see Denmark protecting a long note pick, with the UK responding with a protect on the rice and a ban on hybrid 2 immediately. So kind of seeing some stuff all over the place. A lot of different categories getting some attention from these two teams, and Rice 3 now getting banned out from Denmark. I mean, that makes sense, but we're getting rid of Corjax and one of the hybrids. While it looks like United Kingdom probably going to be sticking around that Rice area, Denmark looking to probably stay around the LNs and hybrids. Though, like I said, they're pretty well matched on both sides of these, so I imagine it's just a comfort thing.
Oh,
if they're
alright.
looking for that.
Going protect right away. This is the most contentious. I believe that every single pick so far, I guess in terms of like round of 16, the difficulty jump from round of 32 to round of 16 for this particular pick being almost inverse type of pick is probably one of the more contentious side of things because the difficulty jump is very steep, and to see this being picked early on, I would expect like a lot of struggle at the very least.
I mean, in my eyes, inverse and 7 key is already just really difficult. So adding on to that the pressure of the tournament, and like you said, the difficulty jump in the last round, it's going to be. I really kind of expect the same thing. I would expect almost anyone to have struggles on this, but if Denmark's first picking it and protecting it, I'm interested to see what kind of performance they're able to put up on it.
Yeah, we having the roster being Brit and Joel for the Denmark side. United Kingdom has been a little bit of a main roster in particular. You see it Megatron. We did see Mini Egg played for a long time, like round of 32, and then Denmark. I did not think that Joel played at all from like round of 32. So having Joel here for round of 16, it could be interesting. I have seen Joel's scores on long notes a fair bit, so we should see how that goes.
Oh, and oh yeah, Vicatron is a flashlight player, aren't they? I always forget that.
Yeah, well, flashlight main, it has its perks.
It certainly does. You tend to see flashlight and hidden a little bit more often in 7 key, but we already see 3 breaks. Joel, Vicatron, and UC all finding combo breaks right at the start. But Frit with the full combo and very high accuracy here. Joel and Vicatron continue to trade.
Yeah.
But
it really is not having a good time at all.
Yeah, it's literally just Frit that's able to hold on to that. And right as I say that, they do find a combo break. But accuracies are pretty evenly matched at the moment. Really, it's the combo that was helping Denmark hold on to the lead, but they continue to find breaks. As Joel and UC trade again, Frit finds another break, and Vicatron, no! It's so hard to say anything because they're just missing all over the place. I mean, but this is what you expect from a map like this.
No one's really slick with the wall patterns. It's just really hard to coordinate properly if you cannot dissect the whatever the hell goes on properly, and it's just climbing back out to United Kingdom side.
Yeah, 17,000 points of lead. UC is able to hold on to some kind of consistency, though they are still missing just, it seems, slightly less than the rest of the lobby here, and no one else able to really get their feet under them. And the United Kingdom with a 20,000 point lead halfway through. Lots of opportunities still. We've seen misses all over the place already.
It's just anywhere. It's just trading misses. It's just really hard to comprehend who's actually going to come out on top. It's just everywhere, having red flashes everywhere.
And we find actually a little period where people were holding on slightly, but UC now again the only player to hold on to the combo. Misses right before 400, but that's what we expect at this point. 70,000 points for the United Kingdom as we get to the last quarter. If UC is able to hold on to their performance so far, it looks like this should be a solid break point right out of the gate for the United Kingdom.
Yeah, we got a 2 S's on the top side, we got a 2 A's on the bottom side there. It's just really hard to get some sort of a footing going forward, except for maybe UC having at the fair bit having less struggles.
Yeah, and that combo from UC, the only one really able to find any footing anywhere in this map, even though they are still finding drops, is going to be the difference maker here. A 94,000 point lead for the United Kingdom as they take a break point right out of the gate.
It's just really hard to comprehend wall inverse time, because it can go so wrong with maybe just releasing the wrong key and then just chaining misses everywhere, and that's really happens to the bottom side of the bottom row there. Not really having a good time with those discounts.
Definitely not, but the United Kingdom looking to take advantage of that. It's their pick, and they've got the full rice pool available if that's where they want to stick, and immediately also going for their protect. So both protects in this match taken out of the gate as soon as the match starts.
Yeah, alright. Both staying on their comfort zones, quote unquote, really. Having comfort zone on wall inverse time, it just seems like a weird way to say it, but apparently they are shown to have confidence.
Yeah, absolutely. But this should be a little bit more straightforward for these players to handle. I don't expect 170 misses on this like we saw in LN1.
Core streams are just it's just much harder to mess up unless you're just misread everything. But no, it's just core stream is just, if they're generously placed around the pad, it should not be that much.
And interestingly, Joel does also stay in on this one. So Denmark, going against what they were doing last week, they didn't have Joel playing in any of the maps for them in round of 32. But I imagine they must have some confidence in them if they're keeping them in for this round of 16. Lucy and Vigatron being the mainstays for the UK, holding on for their protect here. And here we go into the difficult chord streams. Accuracy staying pretty consistent. Vigatron a little bit behind the rest of the lobby, and Denmark looking to take a small accuracy lead as the players get to 400 combo here.
Yeah, the only section that is much particularly noteworthy is because it's the core stream that are 3 node cores in every half measure, which it does not happen here, but at the very least on the last third, which should be a concern for both teams. At least the patterns are a little bit more one-handed at the very least. But you see finally finding the first drop.
Yeah, first drop coming out from Uzi there. 2 full combos for Denmark, and looking to potentially reverse the protects here. potentially double breakpoint halfway through this map, as we do continue to see a few accuracy drops from the United Kingdom, and now about 12,000 points of difference, as you see, does make it above the 400 combo, but we still do have half of the map left.
Once we reach the last third, it should change, but I'm not gonna say which changes wherever the league goes. And I guess Denmark has the first drop.
Transition catching Frit off guard there. A miss comes out for Denmark, so one full combo to one. Accuracy still favoring Denmark, but United Kingdom, you say, gonna trade
FCs
that.
in UK. Yeah.
Oh, and Vigatron, I didn't even notice that. So only one full combo left, and it is going to be Joel, who we didn't see at all in round of 32. So a good substitute. No!
There goes the full combo.
No full combos across the board.
Lead doesn't go anywhere. We've seen that before the transition, Lead is like staying around 12,000, and it is still around 12,000-ish.
Yeah, it's even higher than that, 16,000 points right now, and it looks like this Denmark side is going to be able to take a breakpoint right back when you see it.
I am so concerned that both protects are being won by the opposite teams.
Time to completely swap picking strategies for both sides.
Yeah, well, United Kingdom picking long the strat, I don't know. Denmark maybe has an edge on the ratio there. Frit has a even much better ratio than everyone else on the lobby here.
Yeah, I could definitely see that. I could honestly see them potentially going for the Rice 1 selection here. On Denmark's side, since they just did not have a great time on LN1 and managed to take that breakpoint right back on Rice 2, so it's going to be an interesting potential swap in picking strategies. But it depends on how comfortable the teams are at that point, because you almost LN3 does come out here. Because I think what ends up going into players' minds a lot more is how comfortable they feel on certain picks. Even if things don't go necessarily their way, it almost feels safer to go with something that you feel confident you can win rather than something that has been shown to potentially favor you in the match. And it's also possible that both of the protects were just flukes. Who knows?
This time, Stoom is coming in instead of Joel.
Joel claiming that if it's LN, they die, even though they played LN1.
Well, LN1 is a special case to us, anyway.
Special case.
It's just walls. Yeah, if you can't handle walls, then you are set to die.
But here we go.
Alright, we should be seeing not Bigatron not with flashlight this time. Kind of makes you wonder how.
Is.
Okay. That might have been with no flashlight there.
Are we getting an abort?
Yeah, refuses to play, so I still maybe should be an abort. Yeah, well, okay, so it should be an abort. So he forgot the flashlight being switched on there.
Alright, but we're getting back to it.
Okay.
Vigatron needs that flashlight. The low scroll speed definitely not going to do very well if you don't have flashlight on.
Yeah, well, kind of makes you wonder though, why would you turn off flashlight? Because flashlight is still open at any point when the map switches.
It may have reset when the map swapped. I don't really know how the reps do their thing with swapping maps. I know in other modes they'll start with a no mod and then open it up to free mod. in certain cases because they have to clear the mods for the different categories. I don't know if they
Maybe.
do that for Mania.
Yeah, this time is the correct one. And now with flashlight, even with scroll speed, the scroll speed is actually kind of high for flashlight. But maybe that's just the usual scroll speed for Megatron. Hopefully, not many issues.
Hopefully, but we do see immediately a few drops from both sides. Vigatron finding a couple, and both Denmark players finding combo breaks. Uzi the only one holding on to combo for the UK right now, as they are able to get up to the 400 combo.
Nobody had a 99 after the opening. That was weird.
Definitely unexpected, but Vigatron having the most trouble as Frit and Stoom find some footing, get above the 400 combo, and get the lead into Denmark's favor here.
Yeah, you see having the best accuracy at the very least for this tournament, but now it actually traded drops for Frit and Megatron. Now it just cancels the lead out, but actually,
More than
yeah,
just
United
Frit,
Kingdom's on the lead.
That's Stoom business from Denmark. Both players now starting to have some struggles as Stoom continues to find breaks. Vigatron trades a couple of them, but Uzi's full combo is bringing the United Kingdom into an 11,000 point lead, but that's a break of combo right before the break.
Just before that one last quarter of the transition. Oh, now they're having not a good time with the walls after that.
The walls are back, and they are causing problems just like they did in LN1. Lead is now 15,000 points for the United Kingdom and rising as those misses are a little bit more consistent from the Denmark side, and that's a miss from Uzi right before we get out of it. That might help Denmark get right back into it, but we only have a quarter of the map left.
The lead's reduced to like 12,000 now after that wall section now. I'm concerned about the ending now.
Yeah, we got a few difficult patterns here in the ending. Uzi does find a drop, and that's going to lower the lead. Misses again.
Lower a bit more.
Vigatron holding on to the combo themselves here, but it's only 4,000 points of lead. And there's a
Megatron
right at the end.
Lastly,
but for Vigatron too!
Hang on. No, watch the releases. Watch the releases here.
635 points. And it's going to be United Kingdom points just by less than 1,000.
Less than 1,000 points. It was just about the lead that they needed, and that's another break point.
Oh my goodness, what just happened?
Not even the walls can survive the onslaught, and even both of these sides are having that much of an issue at the ending there.
And that is 3 breakpoints in a row now. One of them by less than 1,000 points, but it is still 3 breakpoints in a row, and the United Kingdom has an opportunity to take advantage of that breakpoint that they just got. They could go with more rice, or they could stick with what's working.
I'm gonna be livid if the United Kingdom picks rice again.
I won't. I kind of expect it from them. I almost expect a Rice 1 pick in this situation because it feels like the next logical move from Rice 2. And it's not like they performed badly on Rice 2 either. They just it was just that Denmark did particularly well. But LN2 does come out. They're sticking with what works.
At least this has more sense than every other Rice pick every other Rice picks available. At the very least, they know that density Denmark is not in their forte. It took 3 picks to notice that United Kingdom's strength has been on the more reading side of things.
Yeah, interestingly, this is probably the least reading heavy LN map that's in this pool, which makes it kind of an interesting pick for the United Kingdom to kind of be stuck with almost. It is still going to probably favor them if Uzi is able to perform well. It seems like Denmark's been struggling a little bit overall in the long notes, alongside kind of Vigatron in that situation. But Uzi has just been showing some very, very good performances on long notes in general, and might have the potential to carry a map like this, even if it is a little bit more on the straightforward side.
Oh, still with the first drop right at the first notes there, but Megatron traded and kind of slowed it out with Stoom there. No lead whatsoever. You see, and Fred is only the full combos just after the opening. And there's only one FC, there's no FCs after that.
Yeah, no FCs already. Vigatron holding on. No! Stop missing right when I say your names, guys.
Every time.
I was going to say that Vigatron hit 400 combo, and now both Denmark players and Uzi all above 400 combo. And the accuracy looks like it's slightly favoring Denmark here with a 14,000 point lead as the consistency starts to come back to every single player in their lobby now.
Okay, so we have two 98s on the side of Denmark, and we have UK 99, but there's a 96 there, which absolutely hurt the accuracy.
And that's a double break from the United Kingdom. Both players, no, not both players on Denmark, but still one player on Denmark not saying their name because they're going to drop if I do, holding on to 1700 combo now. Uzi trying to match that, gets up to 600, and now all players, never mind, Stoom also drops right when they hit 400. But that should still favor Denmark here as Vigatron continues to find accuracy and combo issues. Now a 45,000 point lead going into the last third as Frit absolutely dominating this pick right now.
I mean, let's be fair. At the very least, the drops from Denmark are much more cleaner than they used to. Like, there's one drop, but there's only that one drop that separates the accuracy drops.
Yeah, and I think that kind of does come sort of with the territory of, you know, potentially Flashlight. I mean, someone like Vigatron who's so, like, well-versed in Flashlight's obviously going to have an easier time recovering, but it...
Oh, okay. Full
like, missing just causes a lot of issues with reading and keeping up with it. And we're kind of seeing that with some of the messy drops that Vigatron's getting. But 70,000 points, like you said, a full combo reset's going to be more favorable for Denmark as we hit the last patterns. And a fourth breakpoint in a row! Let's go!
I'm ever so slightly concerned now on which direction of the match is going to take.
You can't pick anything in this match. You just have to hope. You have to roll a die, and that's how you win the map.
Okay, let's be real here. That accuracy, Denmark is putting a lot of good work here. Yeah, good effort there for United Kingdom for picking this, but unfortunately, Denmark now has a clear, much better accuracy this time around. So, no LNs this time over the course of this match. At the very least, there are hybrids. I don't know if they decide to go with that. Because if I say if I say they're picking hybrids, then United Kingdom taking the 5th breakpoint, I don't know.
I mean, at this point, what do you pick? In Denmark's case, they won Rice 2 and LN2. Maybe Rice 1 is the go-to in this scenario. Keep it straightforward. They've been really good and able to keep consistency on the more straightforward picks. But at some point, this does have to move into the hybrids. We have 2 of them, and we have at least...
Alright, there you go.
Okay, Hybrid 3, the mini tiebreaker coming out. This is my favorite map in the pool. But this is very, very scary.
Well, it is in a way in a mini tiebreaker. It just tests everything, and by testing everything, it also tests your endurance. Because you're expected to nail transitions in and out of everything.
Three and a half minutes is pretty tough. We've been seeing some interesting performances from these players as far as like the length of the maps overall, because what I've noticed at least is that misses seem to become a little bit more common towards the end, so there could be like some mental stamina or some regular stamina issues that we're seeing with some of these picks. And with a 3.5 minute map, I can only imagine, especially since the very ending is all long notes, which everyone in this lobby has been struggling quite a bit with.
And not only like the long nodes that are difficult, it actually kind of sort of turned into a pseudo wall section, which I'm scared for.
That is true.
We already shown that walls are not having a good time for both of these teams, really.
Got the
Starts up
intro here.
okay with this opening.
Yeah, straightforward fares, no one getting caught off guard, everyone hitting 400 combo, but that changes immediately as soon as it happens, as Lucy finds the first break and a second break to follow it up immediately. Everyone else holding on strong, with that's already going to give a 10,000 point lead to Denmark, as both of their players holding near the 99% with the full combo in this first section, and now Vigatron closing out the possible full combo to the UK, as Denmark holds on to both of them with a 15,000 point lead already.
At the very least, the first quarter for Denmark is having a solid lead overall. Now still takes the first drops on their own. It's just really that much of a lead going this forward. I'm concerned now for this next section coming up here.
We are seeing pretty consistent drop from Vigatron here. Stoom also starting to get into the consistent drops alongside them, and this is again there. Only the top row here able to really hold on to the consistency. Both players above 1,000 combo right now, as Vigatron actually finds some footing as well. But Uzi and Stoom are going to trade, and that should favor Denmark here. But Frit finds
there goes,
and it's a full lobby wipe there. Everyone's combo resets as we get into a long note section.
Oh, Frit's not having a good time with the Student Trill long notes there.
Yeah, those are tough to read through. Stoom finding a break as well, and that's going to drop the lead down just a little bit as we hit the break with both UK players at the 400 combo mark and neither Denmark player here. But we're going to transition into another part that should be more straightforward, an opportunity for players to build up some combo before we get right back into the difficulty.
Yeah, we should see the leads decrease after the second section. Yeah, there you go. The leads kind of reduced down to a T, but at this point, UK needs to hang on to dear life. I mean, strangely enough, the lead's kind of increasing in Denmark's side because of accuracy drops. Even with combos being dropped, even Denmark has one more combo drop on their own.
Yeah, and the lead actually
goes the
isn't
wall.
changing. The wall happens. Uzi and Stoom are trading. LNs come around. Frit, the only player to hold on to their combo through the section, as breaks come very consistently from everyone else in the lobby. And now that lead skyrockets to 30,000 points as Frit puts the Denmark team on their back for this ending. Does find a break, but not without extending that lead first.
At the very least, the lead is solid. I mean, the lead is increasing the Denmark after that section, so it should be at relative ease now.
Well, relative ease, so to speak, but we've got a difficult section that both Denmark players crushed through, and that's going to be the first non-break point of the match. We finally get a good pick. We did it.
We finally get a good... Yeah, this is definitely a good sign for Denmark here. Now Denmark has a... You know, at the very least they have other hybrids to rely on.
They certainly do, and the United Kingdom probably not want to go for that hybrid one, so they've got 3 Rise picks to choose from outside of that. Not sure exactly what they would go for. I mean, maybe I would probably pick one of the 2 non-straightforward ones. I would go with either Rice 4 or Rice 5 in this scenario. Just because I think Denmark's going to feel too comfortable on something like Rice 1. So going with like a Rice 4 with a lot of those technical patterns, I think would be a smart move from the UK here.
I could see Jungler's Acid being thrown off there since as far as technical stuff goes, it's kind of unconventional to act as well. And Denmark just been shown to be really strong and straightforward pick so far.
But no, they're going to stick with straightforward. Rice going to go with that speed pick Shine. This one, man, playing through this was something. It's very repetitive, and I could see some mind blocks being developed as a result, even though the patterns are pretty straightforward in general. But they're also pretty fast. 255 BPM with that light chord stream is Not the easiest to keep up with, especially for the whole 2 minutes. You get a couple breaks, but still, that stamina is going to be hitting you a little bit.
Yeah, it's not really a delay per se. It's just consistency live streaming. It's not just not that much to speak of in terms of complexity. It just plays all the way through.
Yeah.
And we're probably seeing Joel instead of Stoom, probably.
Yeah, Joel did play the speedier rice pick for qualifiers as well, so I wouldn't be surprised to see them jumping in for this.
Oh,
but no, Stoom actually jumps right back in. Maybe taking a look at the map before they before they had to play for the match. I'm not sure. I don't know what these guys did, but
I'm not sure. I'm not sure if it's an indicator of side reading, but I don't think these players are side reading.
I would sure hope not.
It's not gonna be that impactful since there are no SVs at all. So.
But here we go. Fred and Stoom, Uzi and Vigatron. Normal. Pretty normal for both these teams. We saw Joel a couple times earlier in the match, but for the most part, it's been these four. But we'll have to see if the consistency is able to hold Denmark up above the water like it did for Rice 2. Immediately, Stoom finding a break, though. That mini check maybe catching them off guard a little bit, but that's going to give United Kingdom a very slight opening lead. But we're getting right into the streams here. We'll have to see how consistent both teams are able to hold on to some of these patterns. Not the easiest to get accuracy on, even if they were pretty straightforward to get the combo on.
Yeah, the only good thing about the mini check part of the intro is just that it happens so early that it probably doesn't cost much. But now there's a second throw from Stoom right on the straight there. He should go in favor of United Kingdom still quite a small margin to say.
Yeah, pretty small margin, 12,000 points here, but that's just 3 misses from Stoom that are giving that lead over to the United Kingdom here. The accuracy's not terribly different. Looks like Fritz actually beating UC and Vigatron is slightly ahead of Stoom. It really is just those 3 misses that are giving the United Kingdom the lead, and we still have 2 sections of streaming to get through, so still lots of opportunity for accuracy breaks and full-on mistakes as Stoom does find some footing. Now, stop doing that!
Wow. Oh, UC traded that out actually.
Every time I say a name.
UC trades it out as well, so from what I'm seeing, that Stoom is hitting late consistently there. Might have cost him so much there.
It looks like there's the stamina aspect that I mentioned is actually coming into play a little bit. These streams lasting a little bit too long to stay consistent on the accuracy as we get into the final stream. Stoom not able to get some footing right out of the gate. Uzi trying to build up to 400 combo, but trades it as well. Just the 2 full combos. Frit and Vigatron holding on the best they can with a 14,000 point lead in favor of the United Kingdom here.
I think this should be the United Kingdom's point here unless something bad happens, but I don't think it's going to matter here. United Kingdom steals the 3rd point and is still on deadlock.
Still on deadlock. We get at least 2 more picks here for the match. It's either going to tiebreaker or one of these 2 teams will go home with it after 2 picks. But Denmark is going to get their opportunity to bring it to match point first. But we've seen four break points so far. That was just two regular points in a row from each team. I imagine Hybrid 1 is coming out. I don't think Denmark really wants to pick anything else here.
Yeah, Denmark has to go with Hybrid here. I don't think the play is for the other rice picks remaining. And United Kingdom, though, on the other hand, if Denmark wins this, then United Kingdom has to pick any of the 2 rice picks that are not straightforward at all. Alright, there goes with the hybrid there. No, there's no surprises for Denmark to be able to take the last pick to the match here. And if United Kingdom goes into their own pick, then they're gonna have to pick their poisons.
Yeah, I mean, it really is just coming down to there's only 3 picks left in the pool available to these players, and they gotta go with what's working. Denmark just got a really great point on Hybrid 3, so Hybrid 1 coming out makes perfect sense. The United Kingdom going to be stuck picking one of the last two technical picks in the pool, so not much of a choice there for them, but it's certainly within their comfort zone.
I mean, us in the commentary, but the difficulty name saves it all for for watching the actual match itself.
Yeah, I'm sure that's what's going through the players' minds at this point. So
hopefully nothing goes wrong, because the hybrid pick has been won fairly convincingly. At the very least, the hybrid pick by itself is not that dense. It's just, again, consistency.
yeah, definitely is a little bit more on the consistency side of things. We do see breaks from Vigatron and Stoom right out of the gate. Frit following that up.
There's a double drop there.
Here.
Double drop from Denmark, and the lead is going straight to the United Kingdom there, but it's just the opening.
Now we're seeing another break from Stoom there. 15,000 point of advantage for the UK just off the back of that full combo so far from Uzi. Frit following that up with 400 combo as well, and Vigatron able to hold on or finding miss there as Stoom does hit the 400 combo and brings the combo advantage back in Denmark's favor.
Yes, Stoom's accuracy rising a bit faster than the Vigatron, to say the least, so maybe the lead doesn't get cut off there with Frit having another drop on their own. UC is holding strong with a 99.5 there.
We're seeing some consistency from both sides now. Frit did find that drop, but gets back up to the 400 easily,
again,
but does drop it. And now that's a three-way miss as Stoom is the only one to hold on, and that lead does shrink a little bit down to 10,000 as Vigatron really having trouble getting their footing. Huge misses and more misses. Four-way miss, all four players dropping
Vigatron's not having the best time with the chords there. I'm seeing a lot of drops on the chords alone. The lead's not gonna go anywhere, but comes a little bit of a bracketing here. Drops a bound there for trades there. It's still, I don't know where the lead comes for here. I just don't know. Least playing still like 12,000, and maybe it goes cut down. Maybe Vigatron is a miss there.
That's a huge miss from Vigatron. Stoom does trade it back
again.
Can find another break as well. Vigatron also missing. We've only got a few patterns left in this map as Vigatron finds a huge break. Stoom does too.
Chords here. Chords having issues for Vigatron there. Maybe there's one couple of last patterns here, and United Kingdom is able to hang on. I think.
Maybe 10,000 points.
It is.
It's like another breakpoint happens.
That's a breakpoint.
Breakpoint number 5 in this match as UK takes it to match point on their own pick, but they only have 2 maps to choose between.
UC is doing God's work over here. The only 99 to be able to carry that. Wow, UC is very happy to see that.
Yeah, pretty evenly matched accuracies and combos all the way around. We see pretty much the same number of misses on both sides. Just came down to the consistency and where those misses happen for each side. Lucy able to hold on to that consistency really well through that map.
Alright, pick your poison. Either you want to go the technical route or do you want to go the mixed one.
They both have quite technical patterns. I like the idea of Rice 4 for the United Kingdom, just because that Rice 2 was comfortable enough for Denmark that they were able to hold combo pretty well. And I almost expected that from Rice 1 as well, but we saw some discomfort from both sides there. I feel like Rice 4 should come out here, but I don't know. And Rice 5 actually does come out, so we're not going to be seeing Junglist Acid.
Curiosity picks the better interest here for the United Kingdom. Who is able to take this to the death? This is also fairly short, so I don't know. Alright, this time Joel now is playing that instead of Stu.
Denmark on their last legs need to win this pick to force a tiebreaker, otherwise they are going to be eliminated in the round of 16, so they've got to put their best foot forward here.
Alright, this is the last breath that Denmark has to go for. United Kingdom has to win this to be able to match and move forward to the quarterfinals. Question is, are they gonna get this or not?
So we're going to have to see. Joel coming in for the first time since the first two picks. They were able to take Rice 2 off of Joel's performance on that pick, nearly full comboing it for the Denmark side. Have to see if that holds on. This is a pretty heavy pick when it comes to some chord string-esque picks. Yeah, usually finds a drop. But this has quite a bit of chord string just with some of those mini jacks kind of implicit within it, which Joel's so pretty strong at, but does find a drop there. Just trades back the miss from UC, but that is after 400, so it could be a little more impactful for the score on Joel's side there.
Yuki's taking it back in accuracy there. It's just going back and forth so much here. I'm not sure. UC now taking second drop here. Only Bigatron Fred still standing here up until the mini jacks coming forward.
Yeah, so 7,000 points of lead as UC tries to build back up to the 400 combo. Vigatron holding onto a full combo alongside Frit, but Joel looking to be a little bit more consistent than UC on the combo here, as everyone now back up to the full combo bonus. Vigatron finds a break though, and
that's a massive misread on the mini jack.
And we're down to one full combo from Frit alongside Joel with a great backup combo. Now 17,000 points of lead for Denmark, 2/3 of the way through. Just have to hold the consistency and they may be able to force the tiebreaker, but Joel finds a combo break.
Joel takes another drop, but the accuracy is even much higher than Bigatron, but that lead is going to shrink, and there's more drops coming from the United Kingdom side. UC and Bigatron on the other side of Fritz actually still staying put here. No, there's no playing around here.
The last few patterns coming up in this map. Frit holding on to the full combo for Denmark. 13,000 points of lead, and it looks like it's shrinking. Accuracy dropping a little bit.
Maybe.
It's so close. But 6,000 points.
It is a full combo from Frit. What a clutch performance there. One after the other. UC on the hybrid and Frit on the side of Denmark. There's your tiebreaker. There's your tiebreaker for the round of 16.
Indeed, we're going to be seeing the first, I believe the first tiebreaker of this round of 16 weekend. And it's going to be in a loser's bracket match. So the winner of this tiebreaker will move on to loser's quarterfinals. And the loser of this match will be eliminated from the tournament. So it's got everything to play for here for this tiebreaker. DD mode coming out.
Oh boy, this I do hope that they know what patterns included in a tiebreaker, because otherwise,
yeah, I hope they practice.
These are not friendly. It's definitely not looking pretty. At the very to say the patterns for both teams.
Uh-oh, already seeing UC say that they're sight reading.
I mean, at the very least, it's not that much of a impact as a tiebreaker to be able to play sight read. They know on the hybrid case they are able to hang on even without any knowledgeable patterns inside the tiebreaker. Alright, so we should be seeing Doom here, like no surprises at all.
A 5.5 minute nightmare, lots of difficulty, varying patterns, and stamina to deal with. We've seen these two teams have a little bit of struggles with keeping the consistency through longer maps. And I expect that to come about here as well. It just depends who's going to be able to hold on better.
Alright, at the death, we should be seeing the tiebreaker unfold for both of these teams. Get hyped up because this is their last life on the line on the lower bracket.
Indeed, winner takes all, loser goes home. United Kingdom, Denmark, 6 breakpoints out of 8 to get us to this point. A struggle of a match for both sides, but they find themselves in the same spot, trying to fight for their tournament lives on deity mode.
A lot of 200s on so many inverse there.
Yeah, awkward coordination patterns catching both teams off guard. Vigatron and Stoom both breaking the full combos very early. UC and Frit able to hold on just a little bit up to the 400 combo. This intro a little easier, but UC caught off guard a little bit. And only one full combo left already, just a few seconds into the map. As everyone except UC now above 400 combo, and Denmark going to take 1,000 points of lead now.
Megatron now at the drop. Actually, they're being traded that up. It's still here. Just totally still up until this point.
And we still haven't hit the really invasive patterns of this map. We're still kind of in the build-up section of the song here. And we're already seeing no full combos and all 4 players kind of having some struggles. Everyone above 400 combo now, though. Stoom finding some issue with the long notes. But everyone else holding on. The lead's going to be about 3,000 points as we build up to the first really heavy section of this map. But Vigatron
missed on the long notes.
That sweep really caught them, but long notes continue to come out. Stoom and UC trade as Frit is the only one able to hold on to the combo here.
No! Not again!
Oh my goodness, but it's being traded by everyone. Vigatron now, the only one able to hold on through these sweepy LN patterns, but they also find a break. And
there's no lead whatsoever here.
No one's able to hold on to consistency. It's just who can maybe get to 400 and keep it for a little while. UC is now the target here as we find more drops from Vigatron as a full
lobby reset. A full break on this entire lobby.
Yeah, we're getting into some coordination LNs. No one's been having a good time on this in this match. And we see Denmark take a slight lead as all 4 players find breaks. Stoom finding some consistency, gets to 400 alongside Frit as both UK players not able to But another reset for Denmark there was going to keep them within striking
after
distance.
The 400. Everyone else recovering, but we're entering a little bit more wacky section with the core jacks.
Core jacks indeed coming out. The core jack pick was banned out by Denmark in the regular pool. UC able to hold on to some consistency.
The shield's taking so much damage
from the entire lobby again. That's going to favor Denmark in this situation since they already have the lead. Even though it is still just 9,000 points, the misses are still favoring Denmark at the moment.
UC takes another drop before the transition. Once again, we're now entering the second half now. There's not a sizable lead, but it's still quite a decent breather. With the drop there, now the less than 10k.
Another drop from Frit. Drops the lead. UC trades one. God. It's Vigatron and Stoom holding on through these bursty long note patterns. As Denmark still holds on to the lead as we have the transition, but Stoom finds a break. Vigatron holding on for the UK right now in this transition section. The lead's
gonna cut down. Vigatron's having a massive combo on their side.
But UC finds a break. Stoom also trades that back. Vigatron and Frit holding on to the transition right now. The burst
Watch the lead goes on here. Vigatron still hangs on after that full screen.
And we get some
more coming up here. Vigatron missed there.
But Stoom trades it back. It's just Frit and UC holding on to the combo. UC with the high combo. Vigatron finding another break, and it's leading back to 4,000.
Full lobby
break from Denmark. Just
reset
UC.
There. It's just UC hanging on with 1,000 combo on their front here. But Vigatron and Frit trading that out. The lead's still not going anywhere after that point.
Oh,
And
Den's
oh, that's a
patterns
full
really
reset on the
treating
Megatron
Megatron
side.
badly. This Den's long notes not treating them well as that lead skyrockets to 16,000 points. And both Denmark players. Never mind,
Stu's having a drop there.
But that's
on
a
the
miss from
sprint and
Fritton
Stu
Lucy as
drop
well.
there.
Megatron the only one with combo now as the lead now 14,000 points for Denmark. It's going to streak slightly, but we're hitting close to the end. Some misses coming from Denmark, but UC trades it back, and this should be more straightforward to keep up with, and it looks like Denmark might be able to hold on.
Not able to hang on. Score stream able to hang on there for Denmark, and Denmark stabilized Megatron, and you see there's a whole reset on United Kingdom's side. At this point, it's just all of these patterns. It's just now 20,000 now.
21,000 points as we get into this slow down of a section. Everyone approaching that 400 combo, and there's just not enough. Denmark
there it
at
is.
The ending, despite being basically tied with UK the whole time, is going to sneak out a win in losers bracket and move on into losers quarterfinals.
Denmark has done it. 5-4 on the tiebreaker, and it all comes down with 5 breakpoints accumulated in this match. It all comes down to this.
It was actually 6 breakpoints.
Yeah, it's actually 6 breakpoints. My bad. It's actually just only 2 points on of their own. You know, it's just wacky to see how this match just goes through.
Yeah, very intense match. Really great performances from everyone. Unfortunately, we will be saying goodbye to the United Kingdom with a great performance today, but just not enough to make it into the losers bracket quarterfinals matchups. Congratulations again to Denmark, but that's not going to be it for us here in this block. We do have another match coming up in about 9 minutes. Let me go double check what that match is going to be. Looks like that match coming up. We actually have 2 in 10 minutes. One is going to be Netherlands versus Finland. One is going to be Peru versus Malaysia. So,
yeah,
2 very interesting matches. We'll have the B stream open for Peru versus Malaysia. This one will have Netherlands versus Finland, but we're going to be keeping the stream open up until 8 minutes from now when that Netherlands versus Finland match starts. We'll see you guys in 8 minutes for it.
Yeah, stay tuned for this match, guys.